I've been taking a lot of portraits lately, and a lot of people have been commenting on my color toning. So I wanted to make this video to show my before and after edits. This is the first before and after that I'll show you, and in this photo is Sarah Gibson, who's super talented and beautiful. This is what it looked like before and after. So you can see on the left is before, on the right is after, and on the right is just the color toning. But as you can see, I went through, I photoshopped out the clothes in the background by just bringing the image into Photoshop and then just cloning away the clothes and the hangers and all the stuff I didn't want in the picture. So kind of going back to what I was saying about not really needing a certain type of camera body or certain type of lens, because whether you're shooting with Nikon or Canon or Sony or whatever your camera may be, you're still going to get these yellow hues and orange hues, like these weird kind of colors when you're shooting indoors like this in fluorescent lighting. I just prefer to shoot at 1.4 aperture pretty much all the time, and then I'll adjust the white balance or whatever in Photoshop. This is one of my new favorite portraits I've ever taken. I love it. The before and after is a little crazy. Obviously I photoshopped out all the clothes and stuff in the background, so it's like, wow, big difference. And again, I just use a clone tool to Photoshop out the clothes and everything on the bed. This picture I freaking love. It's one of my favorite portraits. I cropped it a little bit on Instagram so you didn't see the stuff on the bed, but this is what it looked like before and after. So the good thing about Lightroom, if you want to apply the same settings to other photos that were taken in similar lighting, at the similar angle type thing, if you don't want to do the editing all over again for each picture, what you do is select a picture, then you select a bunch of other pictures that you want to apply those settings to, and then you go to sync, and then you hit synchronize, and then all the settings will sync with each other, and then you won't have to edit each photo individually. They'll all look the same. As you can see, like, each pose is different, each expression is different. There's a different story for each picture when you're shooting with these girls, because they just know how to model, actually model from head to toe. So this is Sarah again in my apartment, looking all fierce, trying on my Khaleesi wig, which I just think looks so beautiful on her. It had these braids in the wig itself, and it's just a really nice wig. So this is my beautiful sister and her soon-to-be fiance. I know they're not engaged yet, but they talk about it all the time. And like with a lot of the other pictures that I'll edit in VSCO, for this particular picture, I definitely use this preset, Porta 800 with 3 pluses. It gives that purple magenta look. It always comes out a lot darker than I would like, so I just raise the darks and raise the blacks, and then it looks really cute. So for these pictures, I kept a much darker shutter speed than I normally would because a light source is behind the subject. And you're always safer going with a darker exposure than a brighter exposure because it's a lot easier to brighten up just certain areas of a picture than it is to make a picture darker if it's already overexposed. So I like to underexpose. I think that's the best if possible. To get rid of all that yellow kind of ugly color, I just changed the white balance. So you can see the white balance is up here. You can see this is the before and after. Again, you have those ugly yellow colors that you will normally get when shooting indoors with fluorescent lighting and that sort of thing. There's only like 4 presets I really use in VSCO. I have package 1 and I have package 6. So this is package 1 right here. I really like the first one, Fuji 160C, and then in package 6 I really like this Porta 800 preset, and that's a preset I used for this picture. That's how I got those pink, purple, magenta kind of tones to the photo. So I applied the preset and then I raised the blacks, which is what I normally do. It is important to pay attention to little details like the clothes on the bed and stuff like that, which I photoshopped out here, as you can see in the before and after. These girls are so fierce. Like, just every click was a different pose, a different expression, like head to toe modeling, smizing. It was just amazing. You can see the before and after is like super gnarly. So again, the yellow colors. Here's the before and after of this picture. all just using VSCO, package 1, package 6. Photographed obviously vertically, not horizontally. Big enough of a difference to make it look like, you know, one is just a regular picture and the other is kind of like a classic 1950s film photograph. I really think it's all about the editing when it comes to photography. Really, to be honest, people worry often about what kind of camera to use, what kind of lens to use, but as long as you have a DSLR that can take a good picture and know how to edit in the post process, that's all you really need.